I can't even tell you in enough words how not alone you are if you struggle with accessing your feminine energy. Feminine energy has been demonized and made to seem less valuable than its counterpart, the productive, assertive, go-get-it masculine energy, specifically in society as a whole. And with the encouragement of being more masculine, more productive, attaining more, creating more, doing more, this energy has been treated like something that is undesirable, and therefore femininity has retreated to dark corners of our psyche. Not anymore. Feminine energy is empowering, and it is the secret to manifestation into balance and good health. Let's talk about it. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the Me community. On this channel, we talk about spirituality and personal development. And today I want to follow up on our video about how to drop the masculine shield, which you should definitely watch if you haven't already. And I want to start to talk about how to access our divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy that helps you to attract, that helps you to manifest, that helps you to create, to bring the immaterial into the material, and also to receive and to be balanced and healthy and ultimately happy. Feminine energy can also maximize your magnetism. It can improve your health and your well-being. And it can help you to create if you've been struggling to manifest what you want through all action, all go out and get it masculine energy. Before we get into the video, just a big thank you to everyone who allows me to sponsor my own videos. Today's video is sponsored by my jewelry line, Alchemy by LA. We recently added even more thick, solid gold dipping onto our already high quality sterling silver necklaces. And my goal is to improve quality as much as I possibly can, unlike suppliers or companies who cut costs and raise prices to maximize profits. So thank you for supporting small woman-owned businesses, spiritual businesses. I want to create beautiful pieces of art that I'm proud of, and I love seeing you guys wearing them out in the real world and matching our necklaces. So quality is only going to get better. Also, I just recently made these for myself. I'm considering to start just throwing on the website some higher end jewelry that I create. Curious if anybody would be interested in that, because I really love these. They're so pretty and they feel like you just have stars dripping from your ears. And they're solid gold and diamonds, so you can wear them whenever, wherever. If you want to check out Alchemy and see if there might be an amulet that would enhance your specific journey, go to alchemybyla.com and take the quiz. Find out which amulet is calling you. Thank you for years of support in business and for allowing me to keep this show on the road. So if you're wanting to access more of your feminine energy, it could be for a variety of reasons. And I'm about to say the word maybe a lot of times, so bear with me, because maybe you've been pushing yourself for too hard for too long. Maybe you want to ooze sensual femininity, or maybe you're just so burnt out from being in your masculine all the time, from being in the role of provider. Maybe the way that you've been doing things isn't working out and you're ready to try something new. Or maybe you really just need a break. You need to relax and you really need to feel grounded in your body and in your femininity. Maybe you're noticing, let's say perhaps you're noticing that your magnetism isn't as strong as you'd like it to be. And you might be worried that your energy might even be repelling to others, which it might be if your masculine shield is still up, which will help you in many ways, but will also block you off from a lot of experiences that you might like to have. Maybe you've been told you're intimidating, which in my opinion sounds like a skill issue from the person who made the comment, but I understand wanting to kind of analyze and heal what may be beneath that for you, because feminine energy is natural for you, especially as a woman, right? Feminine energy, of course, exists in all of us, regardless of sex and gender. It's a primordial creative energy, but generally for a healthy woman, existing primarily in the feminine and oscillating into the masculine as needed feels likely better than not having any access to the feminine at all. So we could all benefit from getting into that a bit. Especially even, men who are super in their masculine, it would be very healthy and healing and soothing for them to have ways to access and express the feminine in their own way. So what is the divine feminine? The divine feminine is the female aspect of the divine, or of universal energy, of the creator. The divine feminine is archetypically compassionate, creative, nurturing, and wise. It's the perfect counterpart of the divine masculine, and it's present in all beings and throughout nature. Where the divine masculine is the sun, the divine feminine is the moon. They are symbolic of the dual nature of all of reality. I had to understand the concepts of the divine masculine and the feminine to also understand where these energies could possibly become toxic or create stagnation in our lives. For example, being overtly masculine and overworking and burning yourself out by trying to overachieve. I've done that and lived fully in my masculine energy. It got me a lot of things that I wanted, success and health, but it also made me sick because I had no balance. And it also manifested not the type of relationship that I was looking for again and again in different ways. When I found balance, I learned that I could oscillate between the masculine and feminine energy and still be really successful in my own way, and also define success as what I see it to be and not what society tells me that it is, right? What I also found is that I was more open to do things that I found more important. There's things that I wanted, like a connection to the divine mystery, to spirituality, to my strong intuition, and the ability also to be loved well and taken care of by a masculine partner. Feminine energy is receptive, and a lot of us in this day and age have a hard time with receiving joyfully and openly. Feminine energy is intuitive, it's nurturing, it's creative, it's emotionally expressive, while the masculine might be more assertive, action-orientated, logical, and very goal-focused. It's, very much about doing, while the feminine is about being and experiencing rather than doing and achieving. And so when I say that men who are mostly in their masculine can benefit from getting into their feminine, I'm not saying that they need to take on feminine characteristics or anything like that. I mean, do whatever you want, right? But that's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is when a man can get into a state of experiencing and just being rather than in constant action, then they would benefit from that also. I mentioned in the masculine shield video that a person can't get into their feminine energy while feeling unsafe. And so many women and so many people in general, we feel unsafe in the world and in our bodies. So first, in order to get into your magnetic feminine energy, we have to feel safe. We have to show up feeling safe. You cannot be in a healthy feminine energetic space without feeling safe enough to do so, because the feminine is the relaxations, the letting go, the surrender. And you can't surrender when you feel like you're in survival mode. So we do need to rid ourselves of the belief, especially if we're in survival mode right now, that we're only going to feel safe when we have a partner that protects us, or only when we have a certain job or a certain amount of money in the bank, or only when we lose weight or look a certain way, or whatever it might be. And instead, we have to find ways to create feelings of safety now, so that we can really align to our reality in which everything that we desire in order to feel safe exists. But we first have to feel the feeling. The feeling is the secret. In this reality, our partner will protect us and will be safe and comfortable financially. And we feel safe in our bodies and in our homes and in our spaces and with our friends and our connections. We can't necessarily manifest those things and then feel safe, because then if that's taken away from you, there's no foundation of safety there. It's a false foundation. We have to feel safe. We have to feel already taken care of, and then we will receive all of those things built on top of our belief systems. If anything is taken away from us, you can still feel that safety. How do we create these feelings of safety? So I'll talk about my journey with this. You can start feeling safe by connecting more deeply to your body. What we want to do is activate our parasympathetic nervous system, which is your body's rest and digest system. It brings you out of fight, flight, and freeze and into relaxation, digestion, and rest. This is in itself already a shift into the feminine energy, and you can only make this shift when you feel safe. So the way that I did this in my journey was through my spiritual and personal development. I started with restorative hypnotherapy, in which I learned how to truly relax and how to shift out of my body's fight or flight and turn off my body's stress response and turn on my rest response and truly rest. And so restorative hypnotherapy is really easy to perform at home. You can do this at home for yourself for free. If going to a hypnotherapist in your area is not accessible to you, or getting somebody online is not accessible to you, you can do this at home, okay? It won't be a tailored individual experience, but it will be very helpful to teaching you how to finally relax. All you're gonna do is create a space for yourself in which at least once a week you're laying down, you are supporting every part of your body. So you put pillows beneath your lower legs, you put pillows behind your head, you put pillows for your hands and lay on your back as comfortably as you can. You cover yourself with a blanket, you use an eye pillow or an eye cover, or roll up a towel and cover your eyes. Make everything dark, and you can do this in silence and simply focus on your breathing while you lay there and relax. Or you can put on music, or you can put on a hypnotherapy track. You can find tracks on YouTube here. I do different hypnotherapies all the time. I also have some myself. I'll link some down below for you. If you take part in my ceremonies, we usually close out every ceremony with a restorative hypnotherapy session and a sound bath, and we all just feel so rejuvenated after. It's really, really powerful. If you do this once a week for 3 months, you're going to begin to teach your body how to relax again. And this is something that we need to learn how to do. We don't do it naturally. Sleep doesn't count. It's very different from sleep because it's deeply restorative. And you're gonna get more out of it if you listen to a hypnosis track or affirmation at the same time, because you are shifting into the alpha and theta brainwave states in which your brain is reprogrammed by the positive affirmations or the words in the hypnotherapy. So along with hypnotherapy, I also enjoyed sound baths a lot, either at home or at an event with someone playing the bowls and instruments for me. These are just really powerful ways to practice relaxation, and they tend to cost nothing if you just use YouTube. And this grounds us more deeply into our bodies and shifts us into the feminine. This is going to show up in your body. I also spend a lot of time journaling, usually every new moon and full moon. I practice breath work, I talk to a therapist, and I simply got to know myself on a deeper level. Doing things for me, that's self-care, rather than doing things in order to have some sort of end result or to be productive, right? Also, self-acceptance was really big for this process of shifting out of the masculine and into the feminine for me, because we're pushed to take stimulants and drugs to make us more productive. And at some point in my journey years ago, I had to accept that my energy is a certain way as a woman, right? Specifically as a woman, especially as a woman off birth control and kind of working with her hormonal cycles. But of course, men have their own cycles also, but they're 24-hour cycles, so they're different than the way that women experience them. But that self-acceptance of how I energetically live my life, and kind of living, honestly, this might sound really cheesy, but living by the moon and noticing my ebbs and flows of energy along with the ebbs and flows of energy of reality of the cosmos, I just started to live life differently. And this allowed me to be a lot more feminine, because I was not working with the rational mind, but with the emotive, intuitive mind instead. That was really powerful for my transformation and my self-acceptance. On a more practical level, I also would go on daily walks. On these walks, I specifically would bring my attention to things that I found beautiful and things that I loved. Because when we bring our attention to things that we like, the universe tends to bring us more of it. Another thing that's just coming to me right now is that I did a lot of things without an end goal, like art. I painted and I created digital art, not for anybody to see, not to get anything out of it, but just for myself and to express myself. So doing things that aren't goal-orientated necessarily, that brings us into the feminine energy of experiencing and being. All of these things together cast this beautiful web for me of how to relax and how to live in a different way than I was taught, right? Moving out of the rational and into the intuitive, which is the feminine frequency. And so moving away from hyper-productive energy, living in a way where I just wanted to get things done, and moving away from the idea that I have no worth if I'm not creating output or consuming. I know now that I'm worthy and valuable to myself and to others just by being. I learned that just by being, I have value. I learned to relax. And when I relaxed, my facial muscles relaxed, my body relaxed, and I started to carry myself differently and to emit a new vibration in my aura. And so I was able to manifest a partner that treasures me in my femininity and that doesn't want me to exist in the masculine if I don't want to, that wants to give to me, to provide for me, and to protect me, because I was no longer emitting the frequency of, I do this all for myself and I'm guarded and I don't need anyone else doing anything for me, which is really similar to a lesson I often share on this channel. You know, when you tell the universe, actually, I'm doing this all on my own, I got this. Universal creative energy steps out of the way and respects your wishes and lets you do it yourself. And that's super masculine energy, right? But when you invite the universe in, when you trust and surrender, then the things that you want done will be done on your behalf and you can relax and breathe. I also have a bunch of rituals and ways of inviting the feminine into my life and into my body, but that will have to wait for our part 2 because we're getting a little bit over time right now. So let me know if you're interested in that, in my rituals, and getting even more esoteric about this and inviting the energy of the divine feminine into our vessel and into our home. Embracing your feminine energy is not just about changing your routine. It's truly about transforming your perception of yourself and of life. And it's about understanding that you are already whole and connected to this vast, nurturing power, which is the divine feminine that thrives inside of you and also all around you. And so by feeling safe in your own being and by nurturing yourself and honoring your intuition, you invite this incredible power into your life. And this power doesn't just help you to attract love or manifest desires, which it does, but it also allows you to live in harmony with the natural flow of life, which will enhance your emotional well-being and deepen all your relationships, especially the one with yourself. So that's it for me today on feminine energy. If you want more, please let me know. I hope this helped and that it sparked something within you. And if it did, please let me know in the comments. I always read your comments and I love to hear about where you are in your journey and what about my share helped you and woke something up within you. Also, I'm not sure if you heard that rumor that's been going around, but apparently when you're subscribed and you have your post notifications turned on, every time you get notified that I've posted a new video, you have a lucky day. So I don't know about you, but that's a bet I'd be willing to take. So subscribe and turn your post notifications on. Like this video if you want more like this. And thank you so much for spending time with me today. I love you as always. Until next time, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.